Hey there, home athletes. Happy Saturday. Hope you're having a great weekend. It occurred to me that some of our home athletes might want to get a workout in on Saturday because maybe you have some extra time or whatever. So here you go. Here's a workout. And I'll start doing this on Saturdays. And for anybody watching these videos and doing these workouts, please feel free to give me any feedback. Yeah, I'd let you know if you'd like to see more of this or less of that or whatever. Morgan at rivet.fit. Send me an email there if you want to. And yeah, I'd appreciate your feedback. So, your workout today. This is a good one. This one's going to get spicy on you. It has thrusters and burpees in it, so you know it's going to be a good workout. You need, what do we need today? You need one dumbbell. So hopefully you've been able to get a dumbbell or you have a dumbbell. It does not have to be a heavy dumbbell today. I'd put you somewhere in the maybe 15 to 25 pound range, something like that. So one dumbbell, let me demonstrate the workout for us, doing 5 rounds for time, right? 5 rounds as quickly as you can. We're doing 20 single arm thrusters and 15 burpees over the dumbbell, right? This is gonna be a good one. So thrusters, we're gonna do 20 total. I want you to do sets of 5 on each side. So 5, 5, 5, 5. That'll be your set of 20. What is a thruster, you ask? You know what a thruster is. It's a squat and a press, basically. Make sure we're setting those heels about shoulder width apart. Try to keep the chest up, eyes pointing forward. We're getting a full squat at the bottom. Notice how the bell is riding my shoulder. We're going all the way down, full squat. And then we're using those legs to drive up hard and then finish with that overhead press. So that's one rep I just did right there. Bring it right back down the shoulder, squat, press. Make sure with this one you're bringing the weight down to the shoulder. Then as soon as you feel contact here, then you start your squat. Common mistake is the weight's coming down, you're starting to squat too soon, and the weight just kind of crashes down on the shoulder. So as soon as you feel contact with that shoulder, start your squat, drive it up. So I do 5 on this side, I'd switch to the left, do 5 on the left. So you do 2 sets of 5 on each side, add that to 20. Good math there, right? So that would be your first part of each round. And then your dumbbell goes on the floor. Let's go lateral jumps today. So we'll have the kind of side by side with the dumbbell here. I know you can't see that, but it's there. And the idea here, line yourself up, kind of like my toes up, my toes with the middle of the dumbbell, the handle part. What we're going to do is we're going to do burpee. We're going to hold me down the floor, touch the chest to the floor, bring it back in. And so normally with a burpee, we do a little jump like that, right? So don't do that. That jump is replaced by a lateral jump over the dumbbell, right? I'll do another one. Burpee, down. Ideally jumping those feet in so they're pretty much right next to the dumbbell. Jumping over. You do 15 reps right there. 5 rounds, 20 thrusters, 15 burpees with a lateral jump over the dumbbell. Good workout. All right. What do we got next here? Oh yeah, I've got to get you guys warmed up, don't I? So first off, I want you to warm up with start your warm up with a nice, easy 200-meter run. Doesn't have to be exact. Should take about a minute or so. You can pause the video while you go do that. All right, so you've done your 200-meter run. We are now going to do a few different movements for 30 seconds each. I want you to, let's see, you should have your one dumbbell there handy. Get your one dumbbell. And let's get started. We're going to start with Spider-Man. All right, so first we're going to start with 30 seconds of Spider-Man lunges. We're going to take a nice big step out, drop the hips down towards the floor, get a nice stretch kind of through the hips and the groin. A couple seconds on this side. Bring the other foot out. Kind of stepping that foot up sort of in line with the hands here. And again, we're pressing the hips down towards the floor. Keep going. You got about 15 more seconds. Let me move my camera here. Spider-Man lunges, great hip opener. You got about 7 more seconds. Spend about 2 or 3 seconds on each side before switching. All right, there we go. Next one, good mornings. Grab your dumbbell. Bring it up behind the head so it's resting on the back, right? On the shoulders in the back. Your good mornings for posterior chain. We're just going to keep the belly nice and tight, send those hips back, stand back up. Making sure our back stays nice and flat. Pressing the hips forward at the top. You should feel your glutes and your hamstrings working here. otherwise known as your posterior chain muscles. Some of the biggest and strongest muscles in our body. Glutes, they're not just for sitting on. Go ahead and keep going with that movement. You have 10 more seconds. All right, 3, 2, 1. So go ahead and leave that dumbbell right where it is. We're going to do some pause back squats, right? So the weight's on our back. What I want you to do with these, I just want you to drop down into a squat, hold at the bottom for 1, 2, and stand. Right, we're going to do that for 30 seconds. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. So, not fast here, pause at the bottom, 1, 2, stand all the way back up. Bottom position, kind of getting used to the bottom that position of that squat, right? Make sure your heels are staying on the floor, gently pressing the knees out, and ideally staying relatively upright in your torso. Got about 10 more seconds here. Very functional movement, the squat, of course. All right, these next ones are called bootstrappers, also focusing on squat mobility. So we're going to bend over, we're going to grab our toes, we're going to drop down into a full squat. Notice my elbows are inside my knees, gently pressing them out, and then holding on to the toes. Try to send your hips all the way up in the air. Watch me from the side, right, straight legs, and then drop it back down again. Full squat down here, full stretch right here, and repeat. Get a nice big range of motion. Nice little stretch down the back side of the legs at the top here. You keep on moving. You got 10 more seconds. I call these bootstrappers. There's a couple of different names for this movement, but they're good. All right, press. Let's go overhead press. Let's grab that bell. You're going to have one bell in each hand like this. We're going to stand up nice and tall. We're simply going to press that all the way up overhead. The idea here is to press to full extension. There go my beats up, shoulders and elbows. Basically push that weight up as far as it goes towards the ceiling. Warming up those shoulders a little bit. Got 20 more seconds. Keep going. Don't have to go real fast on these. Just, nice steady pace for 30 seconds. You got 10 more seconds. This, of course, is getting your shoulders ready for that overhead movement in the thrusters. 3, 2, 1. All right, take a little break. Whenever I do burpees, I like to do some frog hops because we've got the jumping in our burpees, of course. So with these, we're just going to drop down a little bit, not a full squat. Let's set to ground and then hop straight up, just like a frog. Drive your heels into the floor. Extend the hips at the top. Little frog hops. You keep going on that movement. You have 20 more seconds. And of course, we're getting ready for jumping in our burpees. We'll be jumping laterally over the dumbbell today. We're almost there in the warm-up. We have 2 more movements. All right. Deadlift. We're going to hold your bell again, one end of the bell in each hand again. So for now, this is kind of like the good morning, slightly different. We're just holding the bell in front. We're bringing it down right about mid-shin or so. Stand back up again. Let's keep the shoulders back and down, belly tight, back flat, and stand. Again, this is a very much a posterior chain movement exercise. Works the glutes and the hamstrings a little bit. Right now we're focusing more on warming up those muscles. Going straight up, straight down with our dumbbell. You got 10 more seconds, a couple more reps there. And then finally, our last movement, we did some pause back squats before, we're going to do some pause front squats now. So we're just going to hold that bell in our front rack, basically right underneath the chin. And this, like we did before, we're going to drop down into a full squat. We're going to hold for 1, 2, stand back up again. Let's try to keep those heels flat on the floor. Gently press those knees out, right? Little pause at the bottom, stand back up again. You keep working on that. And again, the idea here is we're getting very comfortable with that bottom position of that squat. We should all ideally be able to squat comfortably below parallel, right? We could all do it when we were kids, but as we age, we tend to lose that mobility. 3, 2, 1. All right, that was your warm-up. You should feel good and ready to go. So again, 5 rounds for time, 20 single arm thrusters, switch hands every 5 reps, 15 over the dumbbell burpees. It's going to be good. If you're at home, it's Saturday, hopefully your family or your loved ones or whoever's there, try to rope those into the workout with you, have them do it with you. You know, it's more fun that way. All right, so have a great weekend. I'll talk to you on Monday.